What do you think the most intriguing thing about your job is?
90% of what's great about this job, I can't talk about on this camera. So when I came in the Marine Corps, I came in as a communicator. We were in the midst of pulling out of Afghanistan. I was worried about my opportunity to deploy and do my job. Got the chance to go on a MIG, had a blast doing it, got to go to a lot of different countries, got that travel experience, and then came back and was put back in a comm shop where I wasn't going to deploy and I was going to be SL3 in gear all day. The first introduction I had to say HUMINT was, so I was a corporal at the time. I was on radio watch and a guy in civilian clothes with facial hair walked in and said, "Hey, I'm one of the CI HUMINT guys here. We're going to be giving a brief for anyone that's interested." I don't know what they were doing there, nor will I probably ever know what they were doing there. When I first sat down for the actual brief, the more he talked and the more he explained what the job was, the more my interest piqued. I had never heard of CI HUMINT before. I'd never heard of counterintelligence. I was aware of its existence, but I didn't know anything about it, didn't know what the job pertained to, what they did. That was when my interest definitely started peaking, when I learned about the training and the deployment opportunities. The assessment process before I was even approved was definitely an interesting one. There was a lot of paperwork that was required. I had to study for everything from a typing test to geography. And then once all the tests were done, I did the PFT, I finished all the paperwork, then I got to go on the panel. And the panel was the most fun that I'll never want to do again. Where you come in, there's a uniform inspection, you report in just like you would to a promotion panel, for instance. Things do get very personal because any Marine that gets approved by the panel could very easily be deploying with those board members within a year. It's a gauge to really get to know who you are as a person. So once that was all finished, I finally got orders to our schoolhouse. There was a lot of information that you have to learn in a very short amount of time. Learning how to conduct a meeting with somebody, how to properly question somebody for information. Your foot never comes off the gas, right? From the moment you get to school to literally the moment that you graduate, like you are working and you are working hard. So at that point, my training was over, and I finally had achieved the title of Counterintelligence Human Intelligence Specialist, or an O211. One of the moments where I kind of realized I really liked doing this job was I was forward deployed. I was in the country supporting Marines, doing operations, and I basically got to the capital, and then myself and another O211 basically got sent 600 miles away from everybody else. We were completely by ourselves. We got sent, with a driver who spoke some English, not a lot, and basically we're told, hey, you're going to go to this area, you're going to try to meet with these people, get this information, and then report back to us. Doing that was kind of the moment I realized, yeah, this is the job for me. I've gotten to deploy and do some fairly awesome things that affected actual real-world operations. Just kind of everything I was hoping to get out of the Marine Corps, I was able to do within this job. When we're talking about Marines that we want to lateral move into CI HUMINT, we're looking for incredibly high-performing, preferably corporals, but we're looking for a challenge. We're looking for something more. We're looking for people who are personable. Human intelligence is hard to do if you can't talk to humans. And we're looking for people who are just naturally questioning, what is going on in the world? Right? Why are things the way that they are? The thing I tell every applicant to go to get information about us, they can reach us on our DSN number and our email, which they'll find if they literally Google 3rd Intel Battalion CI HUMINT. We do an actual in-person brief every Friday, 1300 at the Camp Officer Education Center. If they do want to just come find us in person, we work out of 3rd Intel Battalion on Camp Hansen. So if they are interested, by all means, they can come to 3rd Intel Battalion. If they go up to the duty desk and basically say, hey, I want to talk to CI HUMINT, we're always happy to come down and talk to an interested applicant and get them started.